Here we are, back again, but first, as people know, I am doing a collector booster challenge. 183 subscribers where we started, trying to get to 1,000 with the watch time, and I will open up every collector booster that I can get. Ideally, I'd like to have everything. So from the last update, we had all of these boosters here. We were last updated Doctor Who. Huge news this week. I think I've captured 5 more boosters. Yeah, that's about right. So into the box goes March of the Machines Aftermath, Nuka Penna, Crimson Vow, Midnight Hunt in Kaldheim. Yeah, so 5 more collector boosters are now added into the box challenge. So we've had a lot of luck growing. I'm like 90, not 90, I'm 10 subscribers away from 300. So thank you for everyone who's been, interested in the journey and coming along for the ride with me. So if you're new here, thanks for clicking. And let's open up this Ravnica Alliance box. It's just as simple as that. So now we're going to get on into cracking this bad boy open. Basically, it's like smothering tithe, shocklands, and who knows what else. I really don't think there's much else to this, but Ravnica's my favorite plane, so I'm hopeful that something good will come through for it. So we have Spy, Mockery, Infiltrator, and Lumbering Battlement. Yeah, it's a beast with Vigilance, so 5 for 4/5. Enters the battlefield, exile any number of non-token creatures you control until it leaves the battlefield. Gets +2/+2 for the exiled cards. And another Infiltrator, Guildgate, and Lizard. Trader, Guildgate, and Lizard. So, I wasn't around when this set came out, so this is actually probably, I think, my first experience opening this set. So I have no idea how it was. I'm just always stuck to the Return to Ravnica thing, because that's when I started collecting this crack, as we like to call it. Hey, starting off with a good, strong hit, Godless Shrine. Shockland enters the battlefield. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. Easy enough said. Godless Shrine. Great card. It's going to go up in the, hey, I actually hit something pile. So, another Guildgate, which is crazy because this has 2 different arts, it looks like. And Goblin Token. So, yeah, alright, cool. Starting off with a banger already. Basically, that's all it is. We're looking for a Shockland, Smothering Tithe, Ooze. And I think the best uncommon is Rhythm of the Wild, so I will put that aside and tally up at the end if we hit any. Bankrupt in Blood, Pointiff, Torrent, and Mirror March. That looks trippy. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, flip a coin until you lose a flip. For each flip you won, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those tokens gain haste, exile them at the end of the next end step. So that's actually like, that's cool. Like, my brain broke for a second there because I put things in the wrong pile. So, okay, token shenanigans. I guess if you can create multiple tokens, that's cool. That's for a guy like me that likes to play a lot of jank, I do something with that. So that just added some fun to it. Witness Reclamation, my man, love that card. Constraint, Dovin Grand Arbiter. So we have a new walker. It's worth like $1, I think. So +1 till end of turn. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a loyalty counter on Govin. -1, create a color the stop there when you gain a life. -7, look at the top 10 cards of your library, put 3 of them in your hand, and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. I can see why that's not worth that much, because that guy, that's just not that good. Honestly, I mean, you can make a couple Proctors for a 3-drop. That's really about it. I mean, okay. Okay. Let's see. Bankrupt in Blood keeps coming up a lot. So another one of that. Cartham, Gates. Deputy of Detention. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls, and all other non-land permanents that player controls with the same name until Deputy of Detention leaves the battlefield. Not good in my commander games, I can tell you that. That's not gonna do anything for me. You can exile 1 guy, and that's really about it. So we're just gonna pass over him real fast and move on to the next one. So what do we have now? Alright, come on. Something good. Something good. Acrobat. Biogenic upgrade. Cult. Hey, another lumbering. Don't really need to read him since we already had him like 5 packs ago. So I'll just leave it up there for another second. He's gone. Guildgate and a treasure token. So that pack was busto. Hopefully everyone's having a good time. I am recording this pretty close to Easter, so happy Easter, everyone, if you look at that and do the Easter things, as some people do. I am one of them. So, yeah. So wishing everyone safe, happy holidays with family, friends, or whatever you decide to do for the day. So, even though this will be past whenever the video uploads, but, you know, it's the thought that counts sometimes. Hunt, Pointiff, another Wilderness, and Naya, the Old Ways. So we got Nikaya, the Old Ways. Yeah, sure, whatever. You can't cast non-creature spells. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land produced. So lands tap for 2, basically, on a body. And an ooze token. I mean, again, not bad. Like, you can do things with that. Not for me. Can't cast non-creature. But you can't cast non-creature spells. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it fits, you know? I don't know. I don't like that. Drake, Cry, the Devil. So 3-drop, destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. That art is crazy. And Angel's about to die, or whatever. Whatever the card is. But it looks to me like an angel surrounded by pitchforks and devils. Because it's Rakdos, you know? A lot of devils in Rakdos. But okay. Hopefully everyone had some good hits in Tarkir. I know my box was a little suspect. If you watched that video, it is there, the last week's video. Oh, Hydroid, Crisis. This is always a fun because it's a jellyfish Hydra beast. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain half X life and draw half X cards rounded down each time. Flying Trample enters the battlefield with X counters on it. Jellyfish Hydra. Like, where did that come from? Mythic hit, too. That's crazy that's a Mythic spot. But, I mean, I like it. I think that's a fun card. So I'm happy to have it. Because drawing cards, gaining life, that's, you know, that's what it's about. That is what it's about. Alright. Racketeers, Tin Street Dodger, Sphinx, and a Plaza of Harmony, something I haven't seen yet. Enters the battlefield if you control 2 or more gates, you gain 3 life. Yeah, no one's really going to play that. Add a colorless, and then add 1 mana of any type that a gate you control can produce. I guess it'll... And we got a foil again with a Guild Mage. So I guess that'll go well if you have a lot of gates. But, I mean... It's rare. That would have to be like for a gate-specific deck, even with all the Baldur Gates cards. Just not Maze's End. Yeah, alternate win con. I don't know. That doesn't seem like my kind of thing there. Colossus, Junk Troller, Essence Capture, Priest of the Forgotten Gods. So sack any 2 other creatures, any number of target creatures. Each lose 2 life. Target players each lose 2 life and sack a creature. You add 2 black mana and draw a card. Alright, interesting. With an eel, a shiny looking fish crab eel. What is this? The flavor is off the charts. Hitting with a jellyfish hydra and a fish crab. I don't know, man. I don't know. What is Ravnica Alliance? Oh, Allegiance, whatever. I can't speak today. Jeez. Stage, another engineer, but he's not an engineer. Activity, Front of Agonies. Yikes. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters on Agonies. So 1 and a black, remove 4 flood counters from flood, destroy target creature. Yeah, no. Nope. Not really gonna. That's not really gonna push the game in any direction. So, meh. To me, that is a meh hit. But, you know, keep on persistent here. So, let's see what else we can scrum up. Okay. split card, Mark Enforcer, Hero of Precinct 1. Like a... I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Ooh, scary. A 1/1 creature token. I don't know what I'll do. I'll drop the booster pack. That's what I'll do. Man, my Godless Shrine's feeling pretty lonely up there. Come on, let's get him a friend. Let's get him a friend. Let's get Godless Shrine a friend. Maybe another Godless Shrine or anything. All right, Crusher, Sky Tether, Gates Ablaze. Yo, this is the friend I was asking for. Big hit of the box, Smothering Tithe. Let's go. I'm getting this sleeve ready. Smothering Tithe, when an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If that player doesn't, you create a colorless treasure token with tap, sack artifact, and 1 mana of any dang color. Bobby, we hit a Smothering Tithe. I'm still very excited. One of my favorite investments is the bell. We did it. We hit Smothering Tithe. The box pays, man. The box is coming through. Nowhere near the value of the box, but with a Smothering Tithe, you have to be happy hitting the big one. Hey, so we have a split face here. Bedeck and Bedaze. Target creature gets +3, -3 till end of turn. Destroy target non-basic land. Bedaze deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. That is nasty. Too high of a casting cost for me. But, and that's a nice Thopter token. But, you know, all's well in the neighborhood. That's crazy that card's printed out a rare. Like, Smothering Tithe is so good. Alright. Wayfinder, Guildmage, Tower Defense, and Absorb. So 3-drop, counter target spell, and you gain 3 life. Alright, I mean, that's simple for what it is. Just keep on moving. Just keep it up. That's really all you can do. Moving and grooving. Hey, Growth Spiral. Good card. Saw that in there. Just not really worth much, but very good card. Eyes Everywhere, Sphinx to the Guild Pack, Monocery, Trash and Threat, so another split card. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control, so fighting. Create a 4/4 red and green beast token with trample. That's very straightforward for what it is. Nothing crazy, nothing to write home about. I'm surprised I haven't hit another shock yet. You know, for there being a couple shocks on the box. I hit one, it's like, oh, I don't know, man. Angel Essence. See, you know, you just gotta talk about it and then you finally make it happen. Breeding Pool! Second shock land of the box. As Breeding Pool enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. Oh, man, I'm waiting. If I hit a foiled something or other out of this, like, that Guildgate does look beautiful, though. So, second shock. Probably should sleeve them up. But I'm here just trucking along, so I'm going to keep trucking along. Plague Rank. Alright. Clearing the stage for a Rakdos File Healer with a Flames of Babor, and we have a Biomancer. So a 1-drop 1/1 with Adapt 1. Has no plus counters on it. Put 1 on it. Whenever 1 or more counters are put onto the Bio guy, draw a card and discard a card. And we have a foil Blade Brand with a Guildgate. Okay. I mean, cool. Sure. Whatever, man. Whatever. Man, these packs were so easy to open back in the day. Back in the days, it's like, what is this box? 5 years old? There we go. There's our first one. So I'm going to do a Rhythm of the Wild count at the end and add it to the total. So I'll just stash that down there for now. Come on, because I think it's like $2 or $3. Rhino Guy, Light of Blessed Breath, another Mythic, so another Mythic out of the box. Seraph of the Scales, 4-drop, 4/3 flying. You pay a white, gets Vigilance, pay a black, gains Death Touch, and Afterlife 2, when this creature dies, create 2 white and black spirit creature tokens. Okay, I mean, I'm sure that's been reprinted into an Aristocrat pre-con at some point. It's just like generic, so I'm sure it fits into anything, and that being one of them. Alright, Shaman, split card. Max Richt, Matty Reveler, sure. So 4-cost Spectacle with a generic 2-drop. When he enters the battlefield, discard a card. When you draw a card, if its Spectacle cost was paid, instead discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. No. Oof, not what you want to see out of your foil rare for the box. Growth Chamber Guardian. It's a crab, elf crab warrior. So 2-drop with Adept, 2 for 3. Whenever 1 or more counters are put on Growth Chamber Guardian, you may search your library for a card named Growth Chamber Guardian and be able to put it in your hand. Alright, yeah, that thing stinks. That card is crap. So, waste of a rare. Waste of a foil rare. Cool little homunculus, though. A little guy in chains. My homunculus. Beastmaster, Guild per Unbreakable Formation. So 3-drop creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. I guess that's addendum. If you cast a spell during your main phase, put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain vigilance until end of turn. Okay, so getting ready for a swing. It's really all that that's doing. Not bad. I mean, if you're in a go wide token strategy, those are the kind of cards you do want to play. All right, focus. There we go. Shimmer of Possibility, shimmering like the box that I'm hoping for more. I'm hoping for just a little bit more, please. Ram, Ingus, Split Face Guy, Revel and Revenge. Revel, return target creature card with CMC 3 or less from the battlefield, from the graveyard to the battlefield. Double your life total. Target opponent loses half their life rounded up. Dang. Guildgate and Human. I mean, the split face cards are a good gimmick. Just, they're not. I mean, what's the most powerful split face card that there is? It's the thing. It really. Yeah, I like that you can, cast a different mode on it depending on what you need, but it's just like not really doing anything for you. Biomancer's Familiar. So we have a mutant, 2/2 for blue and green. Activate abilities of your creatures you control cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the amount of mana an ability costs to activate to less than 1 mana. The next time target creature adapts this turn, it adapts as though it had no +1/+1 counters on it. Okay. I mean, I guess if you're playing adapt strats, but I don't know who's playing adapt strats to make that happen. Alright, what do we got left? 12. Wow, 12 past the ghost there. Well, get them out. I like having them out on the side to view. Box out of the way, and I'm just gonna keep going. So yeah, I mean, decent enough box so far. Can't really complain. I mean, a couple more shocks would be nice, but we'll see how lucky I get. So yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy's coming up. I think it's crazy. I did get a pre-release box, so very happy about that. I know that sold out within days, like not even days, like a day of people wanting it, so I feel bad. I hope stock restocks, but that is crazy with how much people. The hype for the set is real, to say the least. Utopian Speaker, so 4-drop, 4/4. Enters the battlefield. If you control another creature with +1/+1 counter on it, draw a card. Adapt for 6 with Adapt 4. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has Trample. Okay, I mean, it's there. Not gonna win you a game, It's there. It's about as good as I can say. I'll keep saying it because it is. It's just there. It's like, oh, cool. I have it. Drake, Mystic, Crabs, Claws. I thought I said Crabs. Simic Ascendancy. So 2-drop. A lot of 2-drops in here. Enchantment. 3. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Whenever 1 or more counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Ascendancy. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it's 20 more counters on it, wow, you win the game. Okay. So just a different win con. That's different. You're gonna have to put a lot of counters on things though, because it's one or more, so you have to probably trigger it like 20 times. I mean, it is what it is. Artist in the Fireblades, that happened like 2 or 3 times already. We have a circle, an enchantment circle. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't declared as an attacker, you may draw a card. 4, tap target creature without flying. Well, that's 5 to tap target creature without flying. I mean, it'll draw you cards. I don't know if it's any good, but it sure as heck will draw you some cards, you know? That's really all I can say. Drawing cards and hoping for the best. Alright. Angel. Caster. Regenesis. There we go. 3rd one in the box, so we're up to 3 Shocklands. Hollowed Fountain, as I said in the name, enters the battlefield tapped. You may pay 2 life and it doesn't enter tapped. Hollowed Fountain, everybody. So we have a 3rd Shockland, which makes me happy because that is the only cards of value really in the box. There's the Shocklands and I think like 2 other cards. So I'm feeling good. Add it to the mana base, which is huge because Shocklands are amazing. Shocklands and Fetchlands are really good cards. Spheres, Mangler, another Mythic, Emergency Powers, so it's a 7-drop. Instant. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into the library, then draws 7 card. Exile Emergency Powers. Addendum. If you cast this spell during your main phase, you may put a permanent card with CMC 7 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay. See, that I like. That I like. If you're casting it during your main phase, which, I mean, as an instant, that's not really always going to happen. You get to slap down a permanent. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool in certain situations where I do like drawing cards. You know, that's a me kind of thing. Rally, Shaman, Thoughts, and we have a Awaken the Erstwhile. Cool. Each player discards all cards in their hand, then creates that many 2/2 black zombie tokens. Okay, we're really trying to feed the graveyard right now. Like, everybody wheel their hand. Don't get more cards, but they get zombies. What? What? I mean, it's played somewhere, I can tell you that. Alert, Spirit, Ruin, Guardian Project. Used to be a lot more. I think it's hovering around 10. Don't hold me to it, but I've got this cards in here, so we hit Guardian Project as well. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control, or creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. In Commander, this is happening all the time because everything has a different name. And then we got a beast to go along with it with our Gilded Gate. Okay, this box has been given. Like, one more shock, I'll be happy. But this box has been a homie right now. It's dropping. It's giving some goods. I'm not mad about it whatsoever. Clear Stage, another Randomer, another Infiltrator, Maze, and Forerunners. I believe this was a promo card, so it's really not worth much. Vigilance, Trample, Haste, enters the battlefield. Each other creature you control gets +2 and gains Vigilance and Trample until end of turn. So, big 8-drop, but that's a game ender if you have ever seen one. Come on. Come on. Gate, Goblin, Spire, Glass of the Guild Pack. Multicolored creatures you control get +1/+1. Straightforward. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. And we have a great Gatebreaker Ram, but it's a sheep, not a ram. I mean, okay. Okay. I see what you're putting down, boss. I see it. I see it. So, I mean, yeah. I'm wondering what the max out of these are for Shocklands. If anyone actually knows, tell me. Like, put it down in the comment section. Or how many shocks you've ever opened in a box. It doesn't have to be this box, just like really anything. Because shocks have been reprinted in so many things. Spawn of Mayhem. Like, look at this thing's fist. It's a demon with Spectacle 3, but it's a 4-drop. Flying Trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, Spawn of Mayhem deals 1 damage to each player. Then if you have 10 or less life, put a +1/+1 counter on Spawn of Mayhem. Okay. And we got a Frog Lizard. Wee. So, again, thanks for everyone. If you've honestly made it this far, like, thank you. I feel like some of these can be dry as I run out of things to say. But people that made it this far are the real ones, so I appreciate you. Appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Precognitive Perception. Say that 5 times fast after having a few beers. Draw 3 cards. Addendum. If you've cast this spell during your main phase, instead scry 3, then draw 3. Okay. I mean, yeah. Last pack magic. Bring it up. Let's see what we can do. Ending on a Guild Gate. We're guaranteed to do. Ending on a Shockland. Now that's where it's at. So, let's see. Let's see what we're doing here. Frog Lizard, Torment, Guild Mage, and now we have Azorius Renegade is our last rare. Each opponent can cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than a number of lands that player controls. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. No thanks. No thanks. So Guildmate and Ooze. We ended up only hitting 1 Rhythm of the Wild, so we'll add the total on screen here. Did we hit our total? Absolutely not. I mean, we had decent luck with what we pulled. These are the known hits out of the box. There might be an extra like $1 or $2 down there. Hitting the Smothering Tithe was great, but do I think we hit our total? No. It's on screen now if for somehow I'm wrong, but I'm happy with the box. Pulling Smothering Tithe was my goal just because it's cool to have another one. And Shocklands are always great. They can fit in any deck. But no, we didn't hit our total, and I thought this would be something people might actually want to watch and see how it goes. Yeah, so the total's on screen. It's been on screen for a little while. This is John _Deadcorn. Thanks for making it this far. I'm going to say, point you back over there. Please subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Let's get to the 1,000 so I can open up these collector boosters. We have well over a box in there now. As time progresses, I'm still going to add the new sets in because I added Tarkir Dragonstorm last week. Hopefully everyone had amazing pulls out of that. Excited for Final Fantasy and what else Magic brings to the table this year. But I'm going to end my rambling at that. So John _Deadcorn signing out, y'all. Throwing up the peace signs and getting the bell ring and heading on out of here. You guys are the best. Thank you.